Hello, this is Reiki Master Angelia with Works of Arts, Reiki 3, and Natural Complementary, Complementary Healing Training Program, Part 5. Now, last time we were talking about a light bath, giving yourself or another person a light bath. So now we'll start on today's. When the instructions are given to saturate with a spiritual healing oil, salve, or solution, allow the best preparation to be presented from the source of higher knowing in the higher self or inner mind. Because people have different words for these things. It may be constituted from virgin olive oil and castor oil and other sacred lubricants. I use olive oil in my healing oils because that's biblical. And that's just how we do it. My computer's asking me things, sorry. Floral essences. Now, I know someone who does essences. Herbs, etc. And I do add herbs to healing oils. If we're working on a specific problem, and you have a specific herb helps with this problem, and if you took Reiki 1, you know all that. With me, anyway. Other people do it differently. Mine's the only one that does that. So anyway, it pays to go with me. You get more knowledge that are best determined from this source beyond the conscious mind to bring the greatest benefit. And that's your goal, is to bring the greatest benefit to your client. These may be ingredients and combinations that are not yet discovered on our planet Earth. And, some people believe they have insights from other civilizations, and if that's what they believe, and they believe it'll help, and their clients believe it'll help, then that's what we're working for, is healing here. You do not need to know consciously, but may be given an insight regarding specific ingredients. Sometimes you just get an intuition, a gut feeling. Swirling vibrational fields, which come to Earth through dimensional zones, transmit colors that are not of this earth plane. These color vibrations are associated with gemstones, animal totems, and the 4 elements of earth. And again, this depends on your belief system. Reference and merge the healing gifts of these spirit helpers in your visualization. And that's why you have all different kind of healers, some that use sound, colors, animal totems, stones. Luminous white is described as white lunar brilliance with silvery and rainbow-like shimmer with crystalline energy. It is the color vibration of the moonstone and holds its healing properties. This is the stone of a visionary and unites the spiritual components of the celestial healing qualities from the moon and stars of the night sky with the wisdom held in the crystal stone. This color holds the imprint of the divine feminine mother God presence, which brings mystical powers of manifestation and is the basic life energy for body cleansing and rejuvenation. Its function is to disinfect, purify, and bring creation and new beginnings by opening the ability to see all possibilities. The dove is the animal totem representing this vibration, who teaches the quality of hope, or some people call it the Holy Spirit. Iridescent white is described as a glowing, sparkling brilliance frosted with shimmering gold. It is the color vibration of the rutilated quartz and holds its healing properties as well as the imprint of the Divine Father God presence. Its functioning is to energize, strengthen, and facilitate prosperity, authority, and power. The deer is the animal totem representing this vibration, who teaches the quality of gentle strength, or more specifically, the stag. Sun gold is described as the enormous ball of sun just as it rises over the horizon in the morning. It is the golden color vibration of the citrine stone and holds its healing properties. This replaces patterns of struggle, suffering, and sacrifice with balanced personal empowerment and energizes the source of all supply and righteous power. Its function is to bring protective healing energy, grounding, and sustenance. The tiger is the animal totem representing this vibration who teaches the quality of power. Pearl pink is described as the pink of the rose quartz stone with a pearly overlay and holds its healing properties. It unifies feminine maternal nurturance, unconditional love, and fraternal guidance. Its function is unconditional love, soothing calm and comfort, and assists attraction of true love and friendship. The bear is the animal totem representing this vibration who teaches the quality of nurturing and connects us to the unconscious inner mind. Cerulean blue is described as the color of the lapis stone and holds its healing properties. It is the color vibration of sky blue melding with cobalt, which holds the protective quality of the paternal presence and the air element. It is calming to the nervous system, supports communication, and aids virility and fertility. It brings special healing to the brain, nerves, skin, eyes, ears, throat, and taste buds. Its function is to soothe inflammation and bring a sense of security, safety, and overview. It assists the thyroid and strengthens the skeletal system. The owl is the animal totem representing this vibration who teaches wisdom. The yellow in the owl's eyes reminds us that the sun lives through the owl at night. Forest green is described as the bright Kelly green color vibration of the malachite stone and holds its healing properties. It embodies the healing gifts given to us from our earth, nature spirits, and the mineral element. It brings special healing to muscles, bones, and blood vessels. Its function is to facilitate full healing recovery and to build healthy cells. The hummingbird is the animal totem representing this vibration who teaches to find joy in what we do. They have the ability to move their wings in a figure 8, the symbol of infinity, and link the past to the future and the mysteries of the laws of cause and effect. Turn the page here. Sometimes they stick. Teal green is described as the sea mist green color vibration of the combined with sky blue of the aquamarine stone and holds its healing properties. It holds the secrets of the ocean and other bodies of water and brings the flowing cleansing power of the water element, its inhabitants and beings of the merman kingdoms. And I was actually watching a special on PBS, and some of the Norse people still kind of believe in that. It gives refreshment and relief of fears and static fluids. Its function is enhanced rejuvenation, communication, and intellectual abilities of memory and mental strength. The dolphin is the animal totem representing this vibration who teaches the quality of passion and creation. Burnt red orange is described as the color vibration of the carnelian stone and holds its healing properties. It increases energy with the combustion of the fire element, with its color vibration of radiant red and orange. It brings special healing to the heart, stomach, liver tissue, and sexual reproductive organs. Its function is to sustain courage, energize, invoke passion, and lift Kundalini energy. The eagle is the animal totem representing this vibration who teaches the quality of overview to see the bigger picture in any situation. They model the ability to soar high above the balancing of being on the earth, but not in it. Opaque violet is described as the color of the amethyst stone and holds its healing properties. It is violet color vibration with the rainbow light shimmer. It holds the transmuting quality of the rainbow and brings hope and confidence. Its function is to bring joy, bliss, and it raises lower energy and old emotional patterns to lift depression and gives assistance for meditation. The leopard is the animal totem representing this vibration who teaches the quality of ferocity and aggressiveness. Fluorescent yellow lime green is described as the color vibration of the fluorescent yellow combined with the green of the peridot stone. That's my birthstone. And holds its healing properties. It brings mental balance, problem-solving skills, and the gift of lessons learned. It is connected to the fairy kingdoms and expands the childlike qualities of innocence, joy, spontaneity, and provides present moment consciousness to live fully in the now. The ant is the animal totem representing this vibration who teaches the quality of simplicity, and it displays the role model of social behaviors, teamwork, and tenacity. Turquoise blue is described as the color of the turquoise stone and holds its healing properties. I got one of them on today. It brings special healing to the lungs and respiratory, giving one of the sense of personal space and room to breathe. It builds high self-esteem and pride combined with humility. I got the little dog down here. The allergies are coming. It brings an inner directed knowing of one's self-worth and gives the individual the self-confidence to speak the wisdom of the heart. It also gives one the strength to set boundaries and stand up for what is right. By instilling self-respect, it initiates the ability to understand and maintain self-care. Self-sacrifice and suffering are not a part of the true teachings of service. If a person keeps putting all others first and depleting self, eventually this neglect will lead to sickness and dependency on also perhaps death. There is only one self, and each one of us connects through the Sacred Heart to unite with the one I am. And who is the great I am? We know. The squirrel is the animal totem representing the vibration that teaches the quality of preparedness. Functions of glands and organs. Organ and gland function is adapted from information in Amazing Secrets of Physic Healing. In each specific hypno-healing treatment procedure, begin by visualizing that you are connecting your inner mind to the client's inner mind through their pineal gland, which is in the center of your head, behind your third eye, which is the intuitive center. Merge through the center with his or her pituitary gland and are then connecting to the client's thymus gland color to initiate the spiritual and autonomic functions. Then merge these into the specific problem area requiring the treatment procedure. Integrate the energetic properties of the stone and animal totem that are associated with each color vibration by mentally focusing on them, and visualize the area transmuted into the gland and organ. Specific vibration colors and healing properties of each gland and organ. Pineal, that's the sun gold. It is not a part of the autonomic system. but stimulate the action of the glands, as does the pituitary, in response to the influence of spiritual, intuitive communication. The pineal gland is a direct link to the third eye and transmits spiritual wisdom. Thymus gland, that's the luminous white. It governs the actions of the lymph glands to fight infection. Pituitary gland, it's the pearl pink and burnt red orange. It is the master gland that instructs in concert with any other endocrine glands. It stimulates the production of insulin by the pancreas and production of cortisone by the adrenals. It helps the kidneys and hypothalamus to regulate egg and sperm cells in the reproductive glands. Hypothalamus gland is the teal green. It acts as the body's thermostat and internal temperature control and produces fever when required to release excess body heat. It also controls appetite control and sleep patterns. Thalamus gland is forest green. It acts as a connector between the systems. It is the reception center for touch, pain, heat, cold, and muscle sensation. Thyroid gland is the turquoise blue. When overactive, it raises metabolic rate, which can cause hot, sweaty feelings and a fast pulse, and may cause a bulging of the face and throat. If it is underactive, it may slow body and brain growth, cause physical slowdown, swollen limbs and coldness, and create anemia. Parathyroid glands, the fluorescent yellow lime. If they are overactive, they will draw calcium from the bones into the bloodstream and precipitate phosphate through the kidneys and pancreas. If they are underactive, the lowered blood calcium can cause prolonged twitching of the muscles. Reproductive glands, that's the burnt red orange. They produce estrogens and androgens, affecting the ovaries and testes to determine sexual characteristics and hormonal balance. The lymph glands is the fluorescent yellow lime. They produce white blood cells to fight local infections. With the spleen, adrenals, and pituitary, they provide hormones to reject cancer cells and provide help for lymph fluid to re-enter the bloodstream, which aids in organ transplants. If someone's having an organ transplant, you want to also work on the lymph glands to help them keep that accepted. Salivary glands, that's the turquoise blue. These are not endocrine glands, but in addition to providing mucous membrane moisture, they begin digestion by enzyme action on starches. Adrenals, that's the iridescent white. They produce adrenaline and noradrenaline, which affect the sympathetic nervous system. It releases other hormones to regulate the proportions of salt and water in the body and to control the carbohydrate, protein, and fat metabolism. The liver, cerulean blue and the burnt orange red. If it produces bile for digestion, it produces it. It's not if it does, it does. And stores carbohydrates, fats, proteins, and glycogen products. Makes albumin and globulin for blood plasma. Provides clotting and anti-clotting agents, and stores vitamins. The spleen, that's one of mine I'm worried about, is the burnt red orange. It produces part of the white blood cells, works with the lymph to fight infections, and destroys exhausted red blood cells that can't retain oxygen. The kidneys are the burnt red orange as well. They cleanse the bloodstream to rid it of waste products and impurities. Control the balance of salt and water in the body and maintain the alkalinity of body fluids. Appraisal of areas designed for specific healing. I'm going to have to pause here for a minute. Sorry about that. Begin analysis of the area to be treated by visualizing that you are merging the client's troubles with your inner knowing to determine the conditions existing in the area. For example, there are red lines, swollen inflammation, mucus present, etc. This can even be a mental disturbance causing depression or anxiety. Even if you see or sense nothing consciously, affirm that the highest healing is taking place. Visualize the specific clearing of the congestion, infection, and pain. Merge the color vibration and energetic properties of associated stone and animal totem. Again, if that's part of your belief system. If it's not, you certainly don't have to do that. Core cause. Focus your mind into the area of the client's primary complaint. Visualize that you are merging with the client's specific ailment to find where it originated. Reaffirm that your aura and energy body is surrounded by the protective auric shield of a pearl pink light in your heart chakra, which expands into luminous white light with an opaque violet light border. To accomplish this, visualize that your inner mind and the ailment are united in one energy field. Flow in this field of energetic consciousness to the point in time where a traumatic event, emotion, personal relationship, or belief started the process of disease and pain. Because sometimes trauma can bring things on, and it depends if you're working on a mental problem, emotional problem, physical problem, because you can do Reiki for any kind of problem. This may be in another lifetime, so you may travel behind the veil in our physical reality. And again, if you believe in that sort of thing. Realize and claim that you are always protected in luminous white and iridescent white light, which is a solar and lunar protective shield. Call for healing information from the stars and from your personal guides. Again, if that's part of your belief system. Ancestors and guardian angels, and from those of the client. Oh my, sorry, this allergy thing's happening. Ask these beings of light to help relieve the core cause. Visualize this being lifted and the void filled with luminous white and iridescent white light as the energy exchange is communicated to the nucleus of every cell of the client. If the core cause is a traumatic event or incident in this life or another, you can access this in the aura. All past, present, or future experiences are recorded in the aura. Direct your inner mind to the point in time or the causative event and notice your surroundings. This may be a continuous life pattern or a single incident, and may even come from the future. Again, some people believe that, some people don't. You don't have to believe that. It's about what you believe. Be open to all possibilities generated from truth of the greater good. And I'm kind of expecting something here, so forgive me for checking. Recreate an outcome in your visualization that supports unconditional love and abundant prosperity in all forms. Transfer this image into the neural pathways or the nerve synapses throughout the body and the ridges in the brain. Create a new reality in the memory base. In other words, substitute the trauma for a nurturing experience of a blessing. And with my life coaching clients, what I tell them to do is for every bad thing they think about, remember 2 good things. When that thought pops up and they're thinking about that thing, remember 2 good things that happened to them to kind of counteract and get rid of, and restore the balance of good in their life. Genetic reprogramming. Start by clearing genetic causes. You can access this in the cellular memory of the nucleus and DNA in an additional step of genetic clearing. Go into this memory base by visualizing that you are placing the fingertips of your left hand over the client's pituitary and hypothalamus glands in the center of the head underneath their brain. Because, we can't reach that with our hand. You have to visualize. Just below the collarbone juncture. The thymus is the governor of the autoimmune. Oh, yeah, I ran that together. I knew it didn't sound right. Okay, the right fingertips are on the thymus gland in front of the chest, just below the collarbone juncture. I was like, that don't sound right, because it wasn't. The thymus is the governor of the autoimmune system, working through the lymph glands and spleen. Begin visualizing a rhythmic pulsation of energy to harmonize the action. Then begin the specific healing for the disease or concern indicated. Visualize the affected area through the medium of the client's inner mind. There may be dense, heavy, and dark-colored energy that must be cleared before the physical tissues can heal. Then visualize the appropriate image of the end result of the healed area or issue. Do not go into the specific technique of how this healing will take place. Conceive and telepath into the client's cellular structure and DNA an image of his or her perfect blueprint of body, mind, and spirit. This energy vibrates so fast, it is hard to even conceive its movement. It combusts all lower frequencies as it raises the overall energy into higher vibrations. Visualize the color and subtleness of the tissue and the joy that fills the consciousness of the client who is restored to wholeness. Turn the healing tasks that were determined in the hypno-healing procedure over to the client's inner mind to be repeated by their autonomic systems. The client's inner mind will employ its own techniques for self-healing from this auto-suggestion. Their inner mind needs only a small prompt to get healing started. Accompany each treatment for any cause with an endocrine gland balancing instructions that we gave earlier on that. And that was our bell, so that's all for right now. I hope you found it educational and informational. And that's all until next time.